All thoughts are lies, right? This is the fundamental premise. All thoughts are lies. If your mind can create fictional futures, fictional pasts, our mind recreates memories, right? We have scientific evidence that our memory is very fallible, particularly true that the more times you remember a memory, the more it erodes. Like, isn't that really scary? One of my teachers told me if you want to remember something correctly, never think about it, which is
Mhm.
of course impossible, right? Like then it's not a memory if you never think about it. But just this concept that our minds are constantly flawing the data. So every thought that we think is some version of true and some version of a lie because context matters and all of that. So when we believe, if we accept that belief for the sake of this argument, then what we need to do is interrogate, like get in a habit of interrogating our thoughts, right? Is that true? How do I know it's true? What if it wasn't true? Who would I be if I let go of that thought? And so if all thoughts are false, then how do you know what to believe? Well, then you choose the ones that are helpful. So the good news is you have control. The bad news is that you have to do this work to interrogate your thoughts. And the trap is that if you just believe everything your mind generates, you are much likely to fall into suffering because our minds love to have negativity bias. We love to latch on to negative experiences, negative emotions. Very hard for us to attend to positive stimuli. So we're negative biased. We perseverate, right? Like we can hold on to things. We make up stories. So all of the things that human minds sort of tend to, left to their own devices, generally tend toward the negative. So it behooves you to become an interrogator of your thoughts so that you can live in the sort of pleasant mind states more often. Now remember, back to non-grasping and non-aversion, we hesitate to even say there are good mind states and bad mind states. The best mind state would be we still the fluctuations of the mind. That's when we achieve the aim of yoga. There are no thoughts, but most of us live in the world and we're going to have thoughts. So our aim is to move towards thoughts that are helpful to us, help us feel pleasant, help us endure life in a non-suffering state. And that is done in many different ways, but this process of thought work where we basically are just interrogating our thoughts is one of the ways that you can do that.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to talk about because so many people just don't do that. And you can live in this negative state and not recognize these thoughts that are coming into your mind about a future that hasn't even come yet.